in this series as we get into Champion Select. How are they going to change it up in this game number 3? Clearly going to have a little more priority banning away that Vladimir Swain, or perhaps picking it away, as Nidalee, again, exact same ban against Procxin.
Yeah, honestly, I just think they need to pick more hard crowd control. I think Echo Fox really needs somebody with a decisive move that everyone can follow. It's very clear. It's almost like, you know, Malphites and Amumu's and
Orianna.
How those things have high win rates, you know, for a reason, right? It's very clear when to go. You're able to lock people down. Like, it's really hard to make proactive plays if you don't have some form of hard CC. If you don't, then you default into a defensive playstyle like that.
Well, we're hoping that Echo Fox will be able to show us that with something a little bit different in this, as Trundle banned away from Hakuho, as Echo Fox don't want to play against that. Looks like the psychological effect of smacking the inhibitor worked during that previous game. Rise again banned away, but the double mid lane ban from Echo Fox, that both Vladimir, Swain, and Karma still up, along with that Rek'Sai, which Procxin has taken 2 games in a row. So some very high priority picks.
Yeah, banning out the support Trundle. Support Trundle, though, like, if you're not going to run a pure tank, then support Trundle does lose a lot of value. There's the pure tank. We want to run a pure tank? We're going to ban your support Trundle. Here comes the Shen. All right, I like it from Echo Fox. They can make some cross-map plays early. Shen does have huge playmaking abilities. Maybe it'll be KFO joining with the rest of the team, taking matters into his own hands instead of being pure split push. Obviously, Shen is going to try and get, you know, the waves under control first, but they're definitely... Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he'll have his work cut out for him as Karma locked in now for Envy. It's up to Procxin on that Rek'Sai to help out with that. Again, the Talia hover from Froggen, just giving us the old smile.
Just can't wait to play.
Yep. Soon, trademark.
Soon.
I mean, it would be a great entrance with the Shen. Surf a wall into the enemy team and drop a Shen right onto him.
It'll be a ninja surfing also. Surf Ninjas, have you seen that movie? It's great. Classic. Extremely old, though.
Gragas is going to be the pickup for KFO, though, and going to save on to that counter pick a little more. Look for those solo lanes from Envy as Froggen locks in Jhin for Keith.
I like it. Keith has been playing a lot of Jhin, very, very popular AD carry at the moment, worldwide, most played for the last couple of weeks, actually, among the competitive regions. So much long-range potential. You know, you don't even have to start in the team fights. If your whole contribution to one of the fights is your ultimate, you know, that's honestly not a bad thing. As long as you're picking somebody with a Gragas, you know, and Shen and everyone up there on the front line, Jhin can add such a substantial amount of damage with just the ult alone, and then walk up to try and clean up in a bit closer range.
Taking a look at Echo Fox's comp, though, it looks like they've already got the core of that disengage kite composition once again with the Gragas and now a Jhin to lock it out. And Envy answer with the, we're going to go in, Sivir, Karma.
The thing is, if you're planning that with the Jhin is so much more vulnerable than Ezreal is. So it does make that a lot more difficult. You can still pull it off, and you just have to have good positioning with your Jhin, you know, and use them for those long-range picks like we talked about, but it definitely would involve a lot more risk. And Envy here, locking in the Fiora, speed boost as well with the Sivir and Karma. Let's see if they can actually abuse the Shen. We've seen it a couple times, people trying to pick the Fiora into the Shen for the soft lane, being able to scale up. Fiora now, really scary at like 3 items. You know, you get your Tiamat fully completed, you've got your Ravenous, you get Black Cleaver, plus you start stacking, you know, building into your 3rd item, and that's when you really start to feel the pressure. And she maxes out at an extremely strong split pusher now. We'll see if Seraph can get there, though. He's definitely got some extra speed to get him there.
And now in answer, it's going to be Swain picked up for Froggen in the mid lane, and Big resorting to that Nami for Echo Fox. A lot of slows, a lot of CC, a lot of kiting, but more importantly, a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, I was a really big fan of the Braum Jhin because there's so much kill potential. And I was definitely looking, you know, for that playmaking potential and kill potential in more lanes for Echo Fox. Nami is obviously more sustained route, but we shall see if Big is able to, land tidal waves. There is an added long-range support here as well. Now, if we look at Team Envy, how they want to answer this. I mean, Echo Fox are running a fairly well-rounded comp. Something to get in there and try and assassinate the Jhin, though. All right, Azir.
How about Sand Soldiers?
Interesting.
As Ninja locks in Azir for the final pick. Lots of AoE, big crits, big late game, explosive plays all around from Envy's team.
Definitely true. Azir still top mage, one of the top 3 mages in competitive right now. Let's see if Ninja can actually make it work. Because the reason I'm hesitating on this one for Envy is because Ninja's had such a clear playstyle of run into the enemy team.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes with the Zhonya's Azir and tries to Azir stick people all day long. But right now, they are definitely showing the speed comp. They're going to use the Sivir and the Karma to disengage. They want to buy time for that split pushing Fiora. They also want to buy time for him in the early game to scale up. This time, definitely a lot of scaling here on Envy's side. If they get there, though, huge amount of damage from this Envy squad in the late game. Azir, Sivir, and Fiora.
Yeah.
They're going to pump it out.
They certainly can. Twitter alert, it's time to put on a fresh pot of coffee. This is your last chance tonight to influence the fan vote as we get into our last game. Envy fans, make some noise for your squad with hashtag EnvyWin. Echo Fox fans, cheer your team to victory using hashtag FOXWin. As we load onto our last game for the night, Echo Fox, can they show us the consistency they've been looking for?
Classic. Now the question is, can we turn Friday Night League into Saturday Morning League? We are 33 minutes away from Saturday Morning League.
Yeah.
And Echo Fox are trying to get us there.
The crowd is ready.
Let's see if they can do it. Echo Fox, they really want to actually finish off a series victory here. They did step 1. Game number 1 opening was very strong from them. Got to close here, though. And Envy trying to rebound after the stiff schedule they had the last 2 weeks. Oh, starts with ward battles, Dom. It always starts with ward battles.
First ward damage.
It doesn't count. You don't get any points for 1 hit on a ward.
Hakuho did get a bit of gold, though, because he was able to hit Keith with the Q.
That definitely matters.
The young inner flame damage and a little bit of damage from Froggen as well. Looks like he's opting for the corrupting potion in lane to burn through Ninja. And looks like we're not seeing a lane swap this time. Echo Fox opting into the 2v2. Ranged harass versus ranged harass.
Oh, look at this. Straight up normal game strategy. Camp in there. See if they poke out early. Get a nice chunk on them. I think they're going to go for the invade here a little bit late, though, so yeah.
Oh,
Walk
Hakuho's
on
cheating
here.
forward.
He's going to get some more money. Fishing for that spell thief's money.
So they see Hakuho, but Hakuho doesn't see them.
Uh-oh. Now who's caught?
Oh, boy, Hakuho.
Coming around. Wow,
position. He's actually escorted out by Lod, who takes the long way around through Try.
Yeah, Keith's giving up on that. Going for my experience. All right, we get standard lanes this time around, so Echo Fox don't have to worry about coming out of the lane swap with a huge disadvantage. They can fight for it here. Poke is landing for Hakuho, but in that 1 versus 2, he sustained a lot of damage, burning through his potions very quickly.
Yeah, Keith juggling out those grenades very expertly, gets some good damage, and as you can see, the ebb and flow from Big is able to heal him up just a bit as he takes some more damage from the inner flame of Hakuho.
Level 2 race is very even. Nobody started to camp.
Oh, boy.
And they get it first, but it doesn't matter. Quickly answered.
Yeah, currently Echo Fox a little worse for wear in terms of overall health pools, but they're able to heal it back up as Envy did use both of their potions, so no longer any sustain outside of what they currently have.
Because this top lane is trading so effectively as well, junglers are going to gravitate up there. Procxin's able to gain jungle dominance, takes out the Scuttle Crab, forces hard back into his own jungle.
Yeah.
And he's up on minions as well.
Meanwhile, EnVy continue to put pressure on this bottom side of the map. Currently looks like EnVy are trying to put pressure in all of their lanes, with Seraph shoving in the top and Lod and Hakuho doing some work in the bottom ones. But Ninja's keeping even with Froggen.
I like it. Keith going up to try and trade with the crit bullet. He's got Big putting the Nami speed and slow onto him as well. Even though Jhin doesn't want to go for sustained trades, he just goes in for the auto attack grenade trade. And backs out, allowing Nami to heal him back up. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, just keep on training it out. Snare dodged at the last second by Hakuho as Ninja gets a quite favorable trade onto Froggen, who just now burns his first corrupting potion charge, so he'll be able to heal that up no problem as Procxin invades and gets some vision for himself.
Yeah, Procxin actually has spent so much time maneuvering for this that he's behind in experience.
He's actually able to get behind Froggen. Flash dodges the first bit of it, and Froggen's able to get in. The Never catches the bolt. Procxin takes a lot of damage. The burn is ticking. First blood for Hard.
The counter engage, huge. They spent so much time and fully committed to that. Oh, teleport deep. Keith is in trouble.
Oh boy, Keith is going to be walking into Seraph. He tries to flash to kite it out. There goes Seraph looking for the final, but Keith gets a kill. Misses
gonna get
the
another
snare.
one.
Oh, he's finally going to drop. They might try to convert it on the Big. No, he's able to walk it out.
KFO up on the top side is going to try and push that into the turret. That was teleports for Seraph, so he's going to lose out on a big wave as well. Did get the kill onto Keith.
Yeah, EnVy are up 2-1. But they've also got 1,000 gold lead 5 minutes into the game. Here's that gank in the mid lane once again.
Yeah, and this is the flash from Froggen was just as the knockup is able to tag him. And then Hard is in there for the counter and easily lands the never move. Pretty big turn as well. All right, so here's what spawned the, or what spurred the teleport. Keith is, as we remember, going to end up with the crit shot kill. So that's very, very good news for your team. If your bottom lane gets teleported on and they exchange kills like that, huge advantage earned because the Shen now 10 CS up on the Fiora. But what's really important is the experience, because not only does he have teleport advantage now, but he can use the Shen ultimate down bottom lane and then teleport right back up to the top side without losing anything. Huge amount of map control. Plus, he should be able to hit level 6 first, even with the kill credit going over. Oh, it was actually shared, yeah, for Seraph. So KFO should be in position to create those early proactive plays you're talking about.
Yeah, currently rocking the Bomby Cinder for a little bit more wave clear as Seraph tries to trade with him time and again.
Which I always look for in the Shen lane. Is maneuvering that blade so you can get it to pass through your opponent. Get a substantially increased amount of current health damage and attack speed for your trades. The other thing to keep track of is, of course, your dodge zone for the trading. Spirit's Refuge.
Yeah, looks like Hard is actually on the bottom side of the map right now, along with Procxin.
Great thinking here. They're trying to force the play. They know they have global advantage. The Shen is ready and waiting. There's nothing Seraph can do to stop his teleport. So they want to force something on the opposite side of the map. It's taking a long time, though. They're trying to shove the wave in. And Hard is being very patient, waiting maybe for a counter gank or something, but spending a lot of his time waiting there. And it's actually allowing Procxin to catch back up in the jungle.
Minor trade-offs for Echo Fox. They look for the play, but EnVy, cognizant of that global presence, don't fall for any traps that Echo Fox has been setting. Froggen, though...
Hard has been in the river for a good 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Almost an entire minute as a jungler. Early game is an eternity to go without killing some sort of jungle camp.
Is it like some sort of compulsive itch as a jungler to clear things?
If you're not attacking something,
you're doing it wrong?
Yeah. You start to feel
a little antsy.
What is my purpose, really?
Am I just a ward bot?
Oh.
Good dodge.
I like it. KFO. Able to time that one very well. They end up just settling for the Infernal Drake. Pretty good prize to settle for. Patience pays off. Oh, Ninja actually!
Oh, he's pinned against the wall right now and is forced to use the soldiers to dash away.
Froggen gonna actually bully him out. Interesting move here for the Rift Herald. They should be able to get it because I see no reason why Fox would expect them to be on it. Seraph was low when he left lane, so they probably assumed he went back to purchase. And they haven't been able to keep track of Procxin, so should be a pretty sneaky Rift Herald here for Seraph, and that will be very big in helping him out with that Shen matchup, getting him back on track. His teleport's back up, so Seraph actually
you can see with the
much
global
more confident now.
You can see with the global presence that Keith has had, knowing that he has a Shen on his team who can quickly jump in to save him. He's been shoving in this lane over and over and has accumulated a 20 CS lead. Froggen's actually TPing in from behind a deep ward at the blue buff.
One teleport. Shen ready to come in as well.
Yeah, waiting from behind. Spell Shield blocks the tidal wave, but there's the long range engage. KFO hops in. Lod will go down to Keith's snipes.
That was a long time in the making, that play. Froggen bullies out his mid lane. KFO comes and finally uses Stand United. Plus, actually, the wave was already shoved, so KFO can actually walk back to top lane. Doesn't have to burn his teleport. Seraph used his and canceled it, trying for a rebuttal there. But Keith's constant pressure pays off in the bottom lane. And Echo Fox convert.
Whoa, Froggen gets slid into Procxin. Doesn't have any summoners, though.
Has healing from his ult.
He's healing it right back up. KFO actually hops in. He's going to try to turn on the Procxin, who doesn't have a flash. Well, is looking for the kill. Will he be able to catch up hard? Oh, not able to convert it.
Now it's KFO, the one with the early teleport, trying to turn a play for his team, and Seraph actually gets to capitalize on it. And since Seraph is a damage-dealing champion, built attack damage, gets to destroy this turret very quickly. Plus, little mentioned fact, the Glimpse of the Void, that Rift Herald buff, does work on structures as well. So helps him out in that split push significantly, and a turret lead, or a turret equalization there due to the bottom lane shenanigans.
Yeah, KFO's going to try to defend this wave bottom, but he's got to do it against Karma Sivir, who are getting some pretty big chip damage onto him as he's harassed away from the minions, forced to just catch the CS from a distance, catch the long-range experience.
Big poke. It is going to be a turret trade probably, though, as both teams have committed AD carry and support to the swap lanes. It'll just be a little bit quicker for Team Envy, and they are not requesting the support of their jungler and destroying the turret, so one extra camp Procxin gets to steal away.
Yeah, Echo Fox, they're making decisive calls this game. They're actually trying to turn things around, but Envy are doing the same as Procxin again ganks Froggen in the mid lane, trying to match them call for call and balance this back out. It's a 500 gold lead for Echo Fox, despite the 2 kills and the Infernal Drake they have. So not opening up too much of an advantage, as it seems like we're getting back into the same position as that game number 1.
Yeah, a lot similar, and that's good news for Echo Fox, because game number 2 was bad news.
Yes. Just the very, very defensive play until eventually it was the only play.
All right, Hard looking for a play.
Bought it over the wall.
All right. Well, we talk about the speed of Sivir and the speed of Karma.
Yep.
On display right there for you all to see. Very impressive, yes. Just nice AoE shield there. Able to speed him right up. And Hard actually using that cooldown does reduce the playmaking ability because Shen's teleport's not up. He does have Stand United, but you know, Seraph can answer anything, and Seraph is getting to a more confident spot right now. He's gonna go back, probably complete his Ravenous. Almost. Can't quite get the combine cost, but he's pretty much there. And EnVy are very happy to just scale up on Azir. As we said, they're going to pump out the damage late in the game, and Rek'Sai should be going full tank because all they need is a point man with the damage that the rest of their team will be able to dish out.
Oh, opening the curtain call. I think he's going to be...
That's why you run a full tank when you're facing a Jhin.
Oh, fourth bullet. Ah,
got him. Worth the mind games. Wait till it's about to time out. But yeah, that's something that really does need to be reiterated, I think. Since we're seeing so much Jhin, you need a full tank versus Jhin, because the ultimate, there's such a big difference between popping that Jhin ultimate against stragglers, you know, against squishies, or when you have the security to have someone building full defense and being at a high percentage of their health, able to soak them up. It does almost nothing. So definitely gonna have that in the package.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Procxin decides to go for that, or if he goes for the more greedy Tiamat Titanic Hydra that he's been doing before.
Yeah.
20 Drakes until that Infernal Drake spawns. KFO has Stand United and is about to have Teleport. And right now, Vision is in control of Echo Fox. Envy, though, move towards the top side of the map.
They're trying to play off the advantage of Fiora here. She hasn't quite completed the necessary items to get those solo kills.
They've got a really big minion wave. They might try to break
Four
down
people,
the
though.
turret.
That's not a solo.
There's a teleport. KFO is going to be knocked up and burned through, but Froggen gets in just a little too late. Tidal Wave catches Seraph, who riposts the bubble, and now Envy are trying to back away. Hard gets the cask and separates them back in. Procxin goes low. He's finally going to drop, but it's a 1-for-1 trade as Hard goes down to Seraph.
What was going on there? Got a little greedy. Everybody else moved on. They thought you could just clean up a Fiora. There's too much damage on there. Even without completing it, you know, pops that Vital, able to get a kill back, and it's actually only 2 versus 2, or 2 for 2, excuse me. Gold remaining very equal, which is quite good for Envy.
Neither jungler is up, but both are in position to look for that Infernal Drake Ninja. He's sticking around.
And Procxin actually can, Rek'Sai obviously, get right back out there quicker, so they should be able to defend it, even though Fox are making a good move to grab Vision on that Drake. They don't have the mobility on their own jungler.
Now, once again, both teams grouping up around that Drake. Echo Fox have got the Stand United and the Teleport, so double global if they try to press it that way. But Procxin is waiting behind the Drake pit.
Will his patience pay off? It gets a little bit antsy.
Yeah, he does drop a ward over the wall, so they see now that this Infernal Drake is being started.
I think you just give this up at this point. I mean, you have so much scaling here on Envy's side. Plus, they have Sivir up on the top side, so they're definitely giving up on it. I wonder if they actually dive Shen, though. KFO still has Flash, so he can probably get away. Maybe they're just trying to chip away at the turret, try and get an objective in answer.
Yeah, Shen not the best at wave clear. Is forced to back away as the tier 2 is going to go down. So Envy trade the Infernal Drake for a tier 2 in the long run.
Definitely a worthwhile trade. They need more money to fuel into these carries. Let's take another look at the 4-man dive on KFO that prompted everything. Teleport in there from Froggen. Yeah, KFO, there's no way he's living there when you see 4 people, but then things go awry because Froggen immediately was able to get off the never move. Hard barely missed out on that body slam, but doesn't end up mattering. Here's the thing where Froggen just walks away from Seraph, doesn't finish him off, and that's why he's able to get that last kill, I think. Not quite sure. I think maybe one more auto and Hard might have lived.
Whoa!
But this time,
Seraph
though,
gets bounced back. He drops the Grand Challenge onto Froggen, but challenge is not going to be enough to keep him alive.
back to the wall! Don't let him get the vital!
Vitals. There's the riposte. Froggen finally able to kill him with a killing spree. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Keith is forced to drop the curtain to clear out those minions.
All right, bottom lane's also pushing though, so Envy, even though you cleared out middle wave minions, they can just transition down to bottom and try and make quick work of that one.
Yeah, so Echo Fox finally taking some decisive action in this game to look for kills, but Envy answering appropriately by putting pressure in multiple lanes.
Well, they do not have Azir around, so abandoned mission. Defense here from Echo Fox, able to get out with just a scratch. Froggen 3-0-2, only has not participated in a single kill here. Doing a lot of work on the Swain. It is costing him in CS numbers because he's teleporting, you know, trying to make plays on other lanes, but it's definitely worthwhile for them, keeping the gold extremely close.
Yeah, Envy, slight advantage in terms of overall gold. as Froggen and Keith are going to be forced to share a bit of CS. EnVy continuing to look to play the map. Try to look for these favorable trades with Echo Fox, force them to make hard decisions. And blue buff now going to be gifted over to Froggen now. And things seem to have slowed down a bit after that scuffle around the Drake and a look for a few of the turrets.
Yeah. One move I actually really enjoy, especially when you have a double teleport like this, is having your mid laner shadow your top laner split push. Especially since you have a Shen and you have an extra global. There are a lot of options here for Echo Fox because you pretend like you just have a normal Shen split pushing. Oh, Ninja gets caught up in the mid lane. Barely able to get out there. But yeah, you pretend like you have a normal split pushing Shen by himself. Here is a normal split pushing Shen by himself.
Eat a lot of damage. Dodge zone stalls it out. There's a teleport completed by Froggen, but canceled by Seraph, who's clearing out the Raptor camp. Not sure if worth, as Froggen chases EnVy away. Don't you hit my Shen. He's even got the cane. He's the old man with the cane. Get off my bot lane.
Now they have Stand United available. No teleport on Seraph. Possibility for a play.
Ooh, collapses on the mid lane. Procxin eats a lot of crowd control, but flashes.
Good flash. Really good flash there for Procxin. Just spamming it, and the never move coming off duration a bit earlier because of the Mercury treads. Tenacity right there. Saved a life.
Yep.
Buy some Merc treads, live another day. And that is back to our point of, trying to have that tank on the front line. So not only the Jhin bullets, but as well as the crowd control. Does look like, though, as you talked about, he's going for the more greeny Titanic build once again. Full tank after that, though, right?
Yeah. I'm sure. Froggen scares a few folks away on the top side of the map. As Echo Fox keep on rotating back and forth around this mid lane, trying to wait for EnVy to make a mistake. But
well, once EnVy show their Sivir bottom lane, they know that they can dive in mid. Echo Fox should just push super hard mid. They have Gragas. Oh, the Gragas ultimate's not down, or the Gragas ultimate's not up, but he does have flash. So they should just push super hard in here. They have numbers advantage for sure. And they're doing it.
Yeah, Ninja's gonna eat a lot of bullets.
What? Don't let him do that. Don't let him come in.
Able to dash away.
Oh, all right. Well, they don't go for it. They don't go for the risky play. Sivir is able to rotate up in that time, but they take the turret.
Froggen decides to commit to the dive. The turret finally falls. There's the Stand United, freshly empowered. He flashes to chase Lod, who makes it over the wall. But Seraph in the back line finds Keith. He's not able to proc, and he vitals throughout the chaos. Finally, he drops it, and he's able to heal himself back up
and out.
Escape. Procxin will be able to try to turn it around in the front. Hard is going to drop. That's 2 for 1 so far in the tidal wave for Disengage.
Oh my goodness, just tracks Seraph in that fight. Dipping into the back line, jumping back out with the Karma shield, and absolutely destroying Keith on the solo mission and able to escape as well. Froggen and crew are gonna have to try and pick up the scraps here as they start to lose control of mid lane as well.
Yeah, the mid tier 1 with no one to defend it goes down. EnVy continue to press forward with both Azir and Sivir. KFO lands a taunt onto Seraph, eats a bit of damage before getting away from the turret. Snare catches Lod. Oh, but there's the Emperor's Divide. Who's gonna eat the bullets? This is gonna be a really painful 4th bullet. Oh, and they're repulsed! Seraph!
And Karma Speed able to get him out once again. All right, that Drake, I don't think he's definitely, yeah, okay. He's not starting it. I think they have to forfeit that Drake. It's okay. It's a mid-game Ocean Drake. They already have 2 Infernos, though. So Echo Fox, even though they're behind in gold, stocking Dragons, it's going to pay off later.
Yep. Invest in Dragons, hope that it pays off and doesn't crash if the enemy team takes Elder Dragon. But right now, Echo Fox taking more Drakes in this game than they have throughout the rest of the series.
Someone said, objective focus.
Yep.
They're all over it. All right, gonna take away the blue as well. Jungle, oh
my gosh, they tried to gift it to Froggen.
Ooh, nice shot there from Procxin.
Oh, Snare catches Hakuho. He's going to be taking a lot of damage as Ninja will get away from the cast.
They finally got one of the follow-up bubbles to land because that was a target without Merc treads. Both Seraph and Procxin were barely getting away, dashing out, and the crowd control not being able to layer properly because of the Merc treads, but no such treads on the support.
Yeah, now 5 versus 4 with that fresh Ocean Drake and some regeneration. Echo Fox resort to the exact same play that worked for them in game number 1. Rotate back and forth on that mid lane.
Yeah, the big wrinkle this time around is EnVy are packing a load of wave clear. Sivir and Azir, Karma to keep people safe, and then split push pressure. Seraph, as we talked about, the 2-item, huge power spike, already has the Ravenous. Fairly soon, that's actually not right into the Black Cleaver. That's a Trinity Force he's going for second. Interesting. I like it with the buffs to Trinity Force, actually very good on Fiora. Cooldown and attack speed.
Oh.
All right. Grand challenge.
Good way to block the vitals, but it's not going to last very long. Seraph procs all of them and heals up, but he doesn't have enough mana to make that an extended trade.
Yeah. Glimpse of the Void helping out there as well, or that actually would have gone in favor of KFO. And Echo Fox regrouping. Only down a marginal amount of gold, even though it's 2,000. They have the Drakes to make up for it.
Oh, Hard is trying to clear this ward out, but this is the exact same spot that he ended up dying in game number 1. Doesn't go too far forward. Whoa! Froggen scares him from the bush.
Yeah, can't quite get the Jhin snare, so he's able to get away, and he should heal up fairly easily. Rek'Sai fairly healthy. Has completed the Titanic, so...
I say Froggen scares him. Froggen actually scared me. I didn't see him there, and then he shouted, and I was, ah!
He's a little jumpy there, aren't you, Dom?
Well, we're in game 3.
Some history with birds.
Very close.
Have you ever been pooped on by a bird, Dom?
No, but one pooped in my yogurt once.
That's not worse, but it could be worse if you were in the process of taking a bite.
No, I wasn't taking a bite out of it.
Meanwhile, down bottom, I think this split push now does go in favor of Seraph. Trinity Force is completed. He's even got this nice shiny gold ball to accompany him now.
Yep.
To let you know, don't mess with me.
He's got a friend.
Got a friend in Dom.
Got a little ghost following him.
But it's going to be interesting how Echo Fox actually deal with it. I think KFO should be able to at least hold under turret because he does have the threat of taunting and Spirit's Refuge. But I don't think he can press out anywhere past the turret. Even at the turret, actually, Seraph's just ignoring him and taking it out.
Seraph doing some damage, slowly whittling away that tier 2. As Echo Fox furiously try to defend the split push Seraph while putting their own pressure in the top and mid lane.
Now, Ninja just building more turrets, though. You take down my mid, put up another one.
Build another one. Build them up, break them down. And they broke it down. 27 minutes into the game, still very even in gold, and EnVy a little bit more defensive this game, a little bit more wave clear. Ninja, despite playing that Azir, not having anywhere near as big an impact as the Vladimir in game 2.
Oh, you just wait, my friend. He's got 2 items, building the third. Azir on track here for late game carry, definitely. Fiora on track for late game carry. Sivir getting into the crit build. Once that Infinity Edge is built, also on track for the late game carry. Even has the early Essence Reaver, so also multiplying with crit, or converting crit into cooldown reduction as well, so.
Yeah, we said it in Champion Select. This could be a very explosive team from EnVy, and they're being allowed to scale.
See if Echo Fox can actually pull off some sort of play here. They do have the Shen ultimate, and I've been waiting for some, big Gragas plays. You got to force a little bit more if you're facing a squad like this, but they haven't been able to do it, and Seraph is taking his toll down here in the bottom lane. Turret going down.
KFO hiding that Vital against the wall to deny Seraph.
Spirit Sword versus whatever weird
Laser Sword?
laser sword project
Oh.
Fiora wields.
Curtain call drop down the mid lane. Seraph,
Ooh.
oh, might try to look for it as the rest of Echo Fox pressure down the mid lane. Finally, it's going to drop. Seraph is at remarkably low health, though, but mid-tier 2 remains falling, and Seraph solo kills KFO.
Takes the turret and cleans up the Shen. That's going to remove all of Fox's playmaking. They have to go right back to base now. It's emergency for Echo Fox. Turret on the inhibitor is going down. Inhibitor is soon to follow. Can they stop the recalls? Froggen will be interrupted.
No one's recalling. Froggen's actually caught out. He's going to be pulled back in. The Zanyas means he's preventing most of the damage, and he's able to flash the wall to escape with his life. But Seraph,
Inhibitor's toast.
yeah, no one is touching him. He's going to be able to clear out this inhibitor with the hero play in the bottom lane.
2 items. That's our breakpoint for Fiora. Actually, maybe even. Nah, yeah, I'll leave.
2.5 items.
Well, yeah. 1 item, you can still kill her. 2 items, it gets pretty annoying.
Yeah, you just saw Envy skirmishing a bit with the Baron. They decide not to chance it, knowing that Echo Fox could still be on the map. Here it is once again.
Yeah. All right. So, the reason he's this low to begin with is because he already used taunt KFO under the turret to try and get him that low. So he has to wait a long time to be able to use it again. And I don't know why he goes back in for the re-engage. And Seraph ticking away, able to get everything off the bottom lane pretty much, and that's going to really open up pressure on Baron.
Yeah. Envy still looking for that bounce back win after a rough 2 weeks playing against the top teams in the league.
Yeah.
They're finally getting back in the groove of playing to Seraph, let him manage those side waves and take advantages when the enemy team slips up.
A lot more cautious. You know, Echo Fox had a great opening game to the set. You know, Envy after that returned to the books. A lot less risk taken. More scaling this time around. And Seraph getting to work. Another turret there from Ninja is going to allow them time to clear out vision around Baron. Try and set up.
Woo! Good bit of damage.
Playing with
Ask is
fire
still
here,
available.
boy.
Seraph hops the wall. He's still got his flash, and he's chunked to half before backing away. Meanwhile, the rest of Envy are in the top lane. They could be looking to rush that inhibitor while KFO is defending bottom.
Yeah, Seraph could just heal up off the Scuttle Crab, though, and then go back to mid lane. Teleport is available.
Ooh, Hakuho forced to flash away despite getting the snare lot over the wall while Froggen zones Procxin on the far side. Envy defending on 3 fronts and are able to keep themselves safe.
Yeah, Echo Fox struggling here to keep up as they turn towards the Baron bait. Funneling through this team would be very, very scary. And they've got so much damage. They can burn this Baron down.
Yeah, they are doing enormous damage. It is secured. Envy take the Baron 31 minutes in. And Kobe.
Is it Saturday yet?
It's 11:59.
Woo! We're gonna make it. Woo. Saturday morning league.
Yeah, bright and
Reminds
early.
me of waking up early to watch cartoons as a kid.
This is a little early for cartoons.
True enough.
This is like Christmas morning presents early.
You know, we watch completely different cartoons when we woke up. I don't even know what kind of weird stuff cartoons actually mean to you.
Oh, man.
It was all King Arthur and then Knights of Camelot for me, Ninja Turtles. What do you got?
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, I had that too.
And
That's old.
Scooby-Doo.
We replay that
Scooby-Doo
a
and the
lot.
Mystery Gang.
Those are very old Cartoon Network replay ones, I guess.
Yeah.
Envy, though, not playing around.
Not that old.
They've got the Baron buff. They're closing in the split push. Super minions down bottom. Baron minions in all other lanes. It's going to make it very rough for Echo Fox to mount their defense.
They do have some pretty moderate wave clear, so they're able to keep the inhibitor alive for now. Just have to deal with the Baroned up minions in both lanes and super minions flooding in from the bottom. Envy have got time as those super minions will eventually get closer and closer before catching the waves of Echo Fox.
Yeah, got time. Does it feel good, man, to have Azir, Sivir Fiora late game, plus you already have all the gold lead and Baron buff. No need to rush anything. Super minions making their way in. Fox have to make their move. Time is not working in their favor. They just gotta take an opportunity, the first opportunity that presents itself, and jump on it.
Oh, Seraph dodges out.
Hard needs to make a play here on Gragas.
Yeah, been so patient, using the ultimate primarily for picks whenever he's sure he can convert, or disengage whenever Envy aggress too quickly. Echo Fox have been holding on. They've got about another 90 seconds before that Baron buff wears out, and they'll be a little bit more safe. So far, the inhibitor turrets have not taken a lot of damage, but Envy haven't let up just yet, and they're just waiting for the opportunity to break into the base.
Seraph's switching back and forth here. Grabs the mid lane wave as well.
And the bottom inhibitor actually respawns.
That should be a pretty easy take for him as well. Couple auto attacks from the minions is it. They're slowly chipping away.
Oh, Seraph.
Oh, here comes Froggen though. Okay. They can't keep him in place long enough.
Yeah, shows himself bottom. Seraph immediately just kites it back out before turning back onto the inhibitor. KFO makes a frowning face as it goes down, but Envy shove down the mid lane, take down the inhibitor turret and the inhibitor.
No fight is going to look good, but you got to make a play. With 2 inhibitors down now, it's even more difficult. Like, there's 0 time. Uh-oh.
There's on the hunt. Baron buff is about to wear off. Flash means Envy are able to kite it out. They all line up behind Procxin.
Ninja is separated from the flock. And it's fine with that.
Yep. He's a lone bird.
All right, well, Echo Fox get to live a few more minutes here on Saturday morning. But the big play needs to be made soon. At least they've waited out Baron buff.
Yeah.
And the next Drake is Cloud Drake, so there's not much that Envy can actually use to draw them out into the open. And Fox can remain in their base playing defensively. Problem is, these super minions are going to flood in. And 35 minutes in the game, Echo Fox actually haven't even been able to purchase very much damage to deal with super minions. So if Envy just group up and hang around in the base, you know, kind of by the super minions, you could just usher the super minions in to start doing the work for you.
KFO has not had a great time keeping track of Seraph in the bottom lane, who's officially hit.
Woo!
Late
4
game
items.
Fiora.
That came out of nowhere. Did he? Hasn't been able to get to that Flame Horizon though.
He's working on it.
Gotta work hard for that one. Shen's been able to CS at his Nexus turret.
Yeah. Only 30 CS away from the full Flame Horizon. But Echo Fox seemed to have, in the beginning of the game, they showed us some hope with some decisive plays, trying to take the action. You can see they're still even up in kills, but as the game wore on, they've fallen back into that controlled, defensive, waited out. Seraph, I mean, I applaud what he's trying to do. He's doing a lot of damage to the turret, and Froggen's actually going to be bullied away.
Doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. That's why you get Ravenous. He also has Bloodthirster on top of it, so the lifesteal is insane. He can take half his life and regenerate it in 2 hits.
He's going to get a lot of damage onto Froggen, dodges the Never Move. And the Nexus turrets, as you said, escorted in by Seraph, are taking a lot of damage. He's actually able to break it down 1 versus 2.
How many games do Echo Fox have to...
Oh, there's a tidal wave. Flash engage. They immediately turn on the Keith, who's chunked down to half, but Procxin will be able to get away. The snare misses, but Seraph is in the back line. Keith is going to be defended by both Big and KFO, who are trying to chase Seraph down. Meanwhile, Froggen split from his team, zones away Ninja, and the rest of Envy. Ends up being a kill for Echo Fox, but they're losing their base.
Fighting them off, though. Yeah, they did lose a Nexus turret. So they lost some ground. But, you know, Froggen's 5-0-3.
He is.
He's got good numbers, as usual. There's the play. Hard tried to go for it. Didn't quite see it. Did Ninja cleanse out of the All right, well, didn't have anything for that bubble. So
by the bubble.
yeah.
And
He cleansed the combo from hard on the initiate. There was a cleanse and a spell shield. Good attempt, though. No Shen on his back for the instant taunt follow-up. That's what you got to do to seal the deal there.
KFO instead saved Keith from Seraph.
Yeah.
Who, off screen, as you just saw, did secure the Cloud Drake, which means Elder Drake is coming up. 44 minutes, 30 seconds. Echo Fox could look for that to finally get themselves back into this as they've moved now onto the map. Double inhibitors down, Snare catches Hakuho. Froggen tosses the never move. That's flash burn from Hakuho. Curtain call. Does a bit of damage to Seraph, but as you said, got plenty of lifesteal and now a Quicksilver, so even if he does mistime a riposte, he can clean it up.
Yeah, right now, Echo Fox are trying to keep their minions pushed up to a decent level in the lane so that they don't get corralled inside their base during this Baron, but there's so many wards for Envy, and they kill it so ridiculously fast. They're gonna go for it. You gotta go. Oh, it's gone.
Already secured. A little bit too slow. Froggen races in with the home guard. Ninja drops the divide. Keith, again, going to be targeted by Seraph, who's now 1 versus 4. Froggen doing the same on the opposite side. Seraph has got the Guardian Angel, though. Froggen is low. He's finally going to be shut down by Ninja. Seraph caught by the bubble. Proxy goes down. Seraph is going to get the riposte. Will they be able to kill him, though? Double kill for Ninja. Lod cleans it up. A big chase. The bubble is spell shielded. And Lod chases forward. Oh, the heal! Oh,
body
my God,
slam, body slam!
Oh, finally, kill secured by Lod. It's 1 versus 3 for Big to defend the Nexus. Envy are going to look to take this 2-1 against Echo Fox.
And that'll close it out on our longest Friday night ever. Envy look like they're gonna walk it in 2-1, take the series over Echo Fox.
Yeah, the Nexus turrets go down, the Nexus falls, and Envy, recovering from their past 2 weeks, 1-3 performance, finally able to take a win back again in 2 very long games. Defeat Echo Fox.
Congratulations to Team Envy. Seraph, they're doing a lot of work on the Fiora. Split push power.
Yeah.
Lod in all of the games. Very solid. That one there. Chasing him down on the Sivir.
Some very big crits by the end of that fight. As Seraph shakes hands all the way down, Echo Fox. Echo Fox did look a lot better over the course of that series. In game 1, we finally saw them make some decisive plays and decisive calls. But then over the course of the series, we saw them sort of regress with those old patterns and struggle with it.
Yeah. Now they've got more material to work with. You know, Heaven Time the coach on there with the rest of the guys. They can focus on the in-game leadership for the mid-game, you know, and try and come up with, you know, how to transition. Definitely some improvements for Echo Fox, though, this weekend.
They still have another game to play later on this weekend, so we'll see if that continues to be a trend for them. But Envy, definitely going to feel good with that takeaway. Currently in 4th place. Going to need this much-needed win. In fact, I believe
they're going against Team Liquid.
Yeah.
I believe it's tomorrow, and that is definitely going to test them as well because Team Liquid are having a resurgence of their own. You know, making a very, very legitimate case to push past 4th place.
Yeah. I mean, this will be the big test for them. We kind of placed them at the bottom of the top 3. Well, yes, they've beat Echo Fox in 9th place after a pretty long series of matches. Did take them 40 minutes in both of their games to do it. So might be looking for something a little bit shorter if they can play a little bit more around something other than Seraph.
Yeah, I mean, they have showed, you know, a diverse set of strategies. We got a good look at the Karthus. That was fun. Even had Ninja on Azir, completely different look. And they are also able to pull that out. So I am confident, we know, with the diversity that Envy are able to bring to it. But that has been one thing that's been true since they started this entire split is the length of the games. They don't try and rush it.
They certainly don't. And against other teams like TSM or Cloud9 or now even Team Liquid, who are playing a little bit faster, a little bit more reckless, we saw them already show a little bit of difficulty. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely could pose some problems with them. A different animal completely. Because Echo Fox will opt into the same kind of style, you know, more long games.
And that's why we're seeing that sort of, this series in particular, going on so long, because that is the default style of the teams to fall back on that. But Echo Fox, as we said, they do have a lot to take away from this series. We're starting to see some more decisive plays over the course of it. But we're going to head it over, toss it over to Pastry Time, who has